Hello students, welcome to the online class. We already completed 2 chapters in political science. Now I am going to start the unit 3, that is system of representative democracy. In this chapter we are going to learn about the system of representation, that is the process of election in a democratic country. In a democracy, power is always vested in the hands of people. That means people should be allowed to choose their representatives. Here in democracy, the meaning of the democracy itself says that it is the government by the people, of the people, and for the people. So, in a representative government, it is the system of representation, that is the system of election, actually consider or elect one representative to the government, which is responsible person elected by the people, elected by the voters. So in a government, in a democratic system, there are different methods of representation which ensure that a responsible person should come to the government. So in this chapter we are going to learn about these methods of representations. But before we going to all these methods, we have to know first the system of election. So the study of election is actually called sepology, P-C-E-P-H-O-L-O-G-Y, sepology, which is a Greek word which means, the Greek word is pryphos. Pryphos means people. Okay, people. So people here it denotes as vote, and logy means study. That means it is the study of vote. In ancient Greek, actually they used pebbles for voting. For voting they used pebbles for counting. Okay, one pebble denote one vote. So from that pebble, which is a Greek word in Greek word pebble is called pryphos. From pryphos the word sepology come into exist, and it is called the study of election. Okay, next we have to learn about the meaning of electorate. What is electorate? The voters or the franchisee are called electorate in a particular country. The electorate elect the representative. In representatives are elected by the people who have franchisee or suffrage. Franchisee or suffrage means the right to vote. The voters in a country form the electorate because they have the right to vote. The electorate elects the representative and they are called the voters. The electorate is the basis of a democratic form of government because it is the responsibility of the electorate to choose correct form of representative. So there can be no democracy without an electorate. As Leacock said that voters are the political people, because in politics voters or electorate are the main persons who are very much responsible for choosing their own representative who can run the government. Okay, so voters from the electorate, but all persons have no franchisee, that is the right to vote. Voters in a country, there are different types of persons, but all the persons, all the peoples, all categories of peoples we cannot consider as voters, because there are minors are there. Minors means who are below 18 years of age, like criminals are there who have criminal cases. Okay, so some lunatics means the mad persons are also there. So in a electoral system, in electoral system, these categories of peoples cannot considered as voters. Okay, so because they don't have right to vote, because they don't have that much knowledge to elect one representative. Okay, so come to the next point, that is some categories of people who are like who have criminal records, they are not good person, they are not future of our country, future of a particular country, so they also could not be considered as voters. Okay, minor people, minor means who are not adults, so adults who are basically very much young and they don't have any particular, they don't have any vast knowledge about the election process or about the choosing of a good person to the government, so they are also not allowed to vote. But in some countries there are adult persons are there, but there are some discrimination, the discriminated person are also not allowed to vote, like in South Africa, where during the apartheid system, I think you know about apartheid system in your English class 10 English book, you have a story of Nelson Mandela. Okay, long walk to freedom. So here long walk of freedom by Nelson Mandela, here he mentioned about the apartheid system. So in apartheid system there is a discrimination, there was a discrimination against the black people. Okay, against the but the white peoples have the right to vote, but the blacks are discriminated, and though they, and they don't have the right to vote. They got the right to vote only after the 1994 election. Okay, so there are some other states like Saudi Arabia, where even today they does not allowed women to vote. Okay, so there are discrimination regarding some people, like in South Africa they discriminate against women. In South Africa before 1994 they discriminate against the black people. Okay, in England also the women are given the right to vote in only 1928. England is the earliest democratic country. Okay, democracy was started in actually England, okay, after the glorious revolution in the 1600th century, but they also did not give the voting right to the women, they only give them right to vote in the year 1928. Switzerland is such a developed country, but they also allowed right to vote to women only after 1971, which was quite very late. Before that our India give our women right to vote actually, but Switzerland, although it is a developed country, but they does not allow women to participate in the election process till 1971. But here I am happy to announce that New Zealand was the first country to grant the right to vote to women in it's a mistake actually, it's not 1983, it's 1883. Okay, it's 1883. New Zealand is the country where they allowed right to vote to women in 1883. Next, I just want to introduce our own country, that is India. India introduced the principle of adult franchisee. That means all voters have the right to vote in 1950. That means who have the age of 21 years, they have the right to vote. Okay, but this age was reduced to 18 years in 1989 by 61st amendment. Okay, before that amendment in India, the adult person was considered as age of 21, and after the age of 21 they had the right to vote. But after the 61st amendment, that is from 1989, the age was reduced to 18 years. So in India now, whoever has the age of 18, they have the right to vote. Okay, so we should feel proud that India followed the principle of universal adult franchise. That means there is no discrimination between the man and the women, because all men and the women equally can participate in the voting process from 1950 itself. In India, the first vote was held in 1951, and from that first election only, in India, both the categories, the man and the women, together can participate in the voting system. They can elect their representative. They have the equal right. Okay. So this is all about our today's topic, that is the election process. That means not the whole process, but the meaning of election and what is electorate and what is the electorate considered here, like without any discrimination or with discrimination, as some countries they have discriminating regarding in South Africa they discriminate against the black people, and in Saudi Arabia even today they discriminate against the women. But some other countries are there where they give equal right to both men and women, and there is no discrimination. So today with this discussion I just end up with my topic. In the next class I will discuss a new topic based on universal adult franchising. So till then, bye bye.